Hello everyone, my name is Vince. Welcome to Yin Yoga. For this class, you'll need props like bolsters and blocks. Let's start by coming into a comfortable seated position. Try to elongate your spine, relax the shoulders, relax the face. Just exercise self-compassion as we stay here in this precious and intimate moment with ourselves. Our uniqueness is what sets us apart as a human being. It's what makes us rare, precious, and beautiful. Try to cherish and embrace your uniqueness. Try to appreciate being alive as a human being right now. We are all blessed that we are fully alive, experiencing the present moment. We are so lucky, we are blessed with life. Really, whatever it is that we have gone through in our past, we are never defined by our past. Things that we have done in the past, how we were in the past, is no longer who we are now. We constantly change. We constantly grow. As you sit here, also try to feel the differences compared to how you were before, how you are now a new person, not exactly how you were before. As we sit here, we get to know ourselves, our real selves, our current state in this present moment. This is one way for us to live fully in the present moment and not in the past. Not stuck to who we were in the past and what we used to do. Enjoy the simplicity of this current moment, the gifts that we take for granted. Remind yourself that we are truly blessed in this present moment. Let's come into our all fours position. Hips above the knees, shoulders above the hands. Can you try to bring the knees further apart? If you have sensitive knees, try to be gentle on your knees. You can place a towel, a blanket. Can you walk your hands away from you, very, very gently, and allow your chest to melt into your mat. You can keep the hips above the knees. You can also place a prop like a bolster under the chest. Your forehead can rest on your mat, or maybe the chin. Your arms just in front of you, or if you want to Bend the right arm, use your right forearm as your pillow. Just notice the stretch. Notice the stress along your upper back, the shoulders. As you stay here, can you try to observe the sensations in your physical body? Can you try to observe the mental state and emotional state that you found yourself in the present moment? Notice if there's any injurious sensation. See where you can introduce softness. We're in a shape called Anahatasana, melting heart pose. A good way to try to address stiffness in the upper back. A good way to try to place us in a beautiful back bend to counter all the forward folds that we do, the texting, the driving, the working on our desks, hunching our back. Take an inhale. Can you slowly energize your hands? Walk the hands closer to you. Try to bring the hips back. Try to sit on the heels. You can place a prop in between the buttocks and the heels as you come into your child's pose. Just rest here. Allow this to be a relaxing child's pose. So wherever it feels relaxing for you, you can keep your arms in front of you or on the sides of your body. Wherever it feels right, you can also use your arms as your pillow. What's important here is that you feel some space for your abdominals. You feel that stress on the hips.
You feel the release in the spine. Notice your breath. Take an inhale. Slowly push your body up. And then your right hand tries to walk towards the left side until the outside of the right shoulders touch the mat. And then see if you can rest your forehead on your left forearm in front of you as we try to apply very good stress on the outer right shoulder. Just notice your breath while you are here. Notice the stress on your joints. Suffering breaks us apart or breaks us open into something better, into our best selves. Like precious metals go through very high heat to bring out their beauty. Notice how in order to grow, we experience friction, we experience discomfort. A lot of us avoid these phases of discomfort, these challenging situations. And by doing so, we avoid the strength that the moment can give us, the growth, the stretch. Sometimes we protect ourselves too much and lose the drive, lose the desire. What's important is that we always show up. We always try to go out and bring ourselves into the field. Try to muster the courage to face what we need to face as human beings. And as we do so, we try to encourage ourselves. We try to be our own best friends, cheerleading ourselves that we can do it. Slowly, can you try to energize your left arm, your left hand, to try to help the right arm be released from this pose. And just try to extend your right arm up and overhead, and your left arm as well. Try to continue sitting on your heels, on your child's pose. Take an inhale. Slowly walk the hands closer to you. Can you thread your left hand and left arm under the right arm until your left outer left shoulder touches the mat. And can you bend your right elbow as well? Use your right forearm as your pillow. Try to create the necessary space so that there's nothing that feels injurious. We're just trying to open up and stress the outer left shoulder to try to improve the health and the youthful characteristics of the outer right shoulder, which tends to get stiff. Notice your breath. Notice the body. Take an inhale. Can you energize the right hand, the right forearm? Slowly we'll untangle and bring the left arm out to the sides. And then walk your left hand forward, followed by the right. We come into our child's pose again. Take an inhale. Slowly walk the hands closer to you, please. Slowly push your body to come up. Can you try to grab a block, place it behind you? So if you have a prop on top of the feet, you can remove it. So place that block behind you. Or if you have two blocks, can you place it on each side of your feet? See if you can come down on the black block behind you. See if you can relax your shoulders, relax the face, come into this back bend. You can also place the hands. If you only have one block, you can place that block behind you and just feel this back bend. Feel the stretch in the whole front of your body, the front of the hips, which we were compressing earlier, now feels this stretch. Slowly take an inhale and come up. Place the props beside you. And then we'll make our way to lie down on our belly. Rest your forehead on your forearms for a few moments. Can you slowly peel the head, peel the chest off the mat? Can you place your forearms in front of you? Come into your Sphinx pose. You want to imagine your chest wanting to move forward and your elbows wanting to move closer to you. Feel that sensation and maybe a stretch in front of your rectus abdominis. You can bend your knees,
Try to bring the heels closer to your back. These postures are very good to really reverse the effects of slouching on our spine. You can also extend your arms, place the hands in front of you, come into your seal pose. You don't need to leave the feet on its position. You can lower the feet if that is too intense. Can you see if you can lean on your right hand? Walk the left hand closer to you, and then we'll try to face towards the left side. You can step the left foot in front of the right knee and feel this side stretch here. Just relax the face. Try to direct healing, loving, kind, compassionate energy first to yourself, to your body, and then try to direct it out into the world. We'll slowly extend our left leg and walk the hands again towards the front as we come into our seal pose. And then we do it on the other side. So lean on the left hand, walk the right hand closer to you, come into the left leg facing towards the right, and then you can step the right foot in front of the left knee. You feel that stretch on the whole left side of your body. Just relax here. Slowly walk the right hand forward, and then gently we're going to make our way to lie down on our belly, and then rest our forehead on our forearms. Can you extend your right arm out to the sides? Can you grab a bolster, place it under the face? And then can you try to use your left hand, place the left hand beside you, and can you try to face towards the left side? We try to apply stress to the shoulders. You can lift your left leg and try to step the left foot behind you if that is possible, but nothing that you need to force here. Try to listen to the body, notice if this feels good. I know it's not comfortable, but the stress on our shoulders, on different parts of your shoulders, now help reduce stiffness
tightness on our shoulders, can you lift your left arm up and see if you can try to place the left hand behind you. If your hands can meet, if the fingers can meet, that is the full expression of this pose. If that's not accessible, you can just place your left hand, you can bend the left elbow and place the left hand behind you or touching the mat. Nothing that you need to force here. Just notice, just observe. Just feel. Yin Yoga is the practice of applying long passive holds on our joints. We try to strengthen the joints. Applying stress in a relaxed manner, trying to soften as much as we can. Because if our muscles are engaged, they will absorb most of the stress in our posture. Try to relax and allow the pose to benefit the deeper layers of our body. As you stay here, I know it's not comfortable, just try to cultivate kindness and compassion within yourselves. As we try to cultivate that internal energy within us, as we try to cultivate that drive, we also try not to be too hard on ourselves. We try to be kind to ourselves. Always try to maintain a level of kindness with yourselves, to be your own best friend. Slowly place the left arm up and towards the left side. And then we'll slowly lift the left leg as well and try to place the left leg back on the mat as we lie down on our belly. Remove the prop where your head was resting and slowly try to bring your forearms together and lie down and relax and release. Good job. Feel the rebound. Feel the release. Now, can you bring your left arm out to the sides like a letter T? Can you try to grab your bolster and try to rest your head on a bolster or pillow gazing towards the right side? Can you place the right hand beside you? And can you try to push your body so that you can face towards the right side? Notice the stress. Notice how this feels. Maybe you can try to lift the right leg and try to place that right foot behind you. Notice if there's anything injurious. Now, gently we will lift the right arm up and then see if the right hand can try to reach for the left hand or left fingers. If they don't meet, that is not the goal of this pose. That is just the fullest expression, but our bodies are all different. If that is not accessible for you, you can bend the right elbow. Just try to place that right arm behind you, or try to rest the right hand on the mat behind you. And we'll just rest here for a few moments. Notice your breath. Notice your body. As we stay here in the present moment, we also try to assess and feel, what is it that we really want? What is that future that we want for ourselves? The future that we see ourselves in. Sometimes that is what's important in bringing that drive back into our being. We try to see a future, that beautiful, bright future, and the connection between the present moment and that future. What is it you truly dream? And not the dream of our ego, of our mind, but the dream of our heart and our soul. And then try to cultivate hope and faith that everything can get better, that everything will be better. Wherever you are right now is just the starting point. It does not determine the destination. Just relax here. Notice the sensation in your body. Notice the breath. Observe the mind. Can you slowly lift the right arm up and place the right hand on your right side? And then gently also lift the right leg up and place the right leg back on the mat as we make our way to lie down on our belly. And then slowly try to bring the left arm under the head. Rest on your forearms. We'll take a rest here for a few moments. Slowly, can you draw the right knee up to the sides? Can you try to walk your left hand towards the right knee? Place the left hand on top of the right knee. And then can you lift your right arm up and try to place that right hand over to the left side, over to the other side. We come into a twist. Try to gaze towards the right shoulder. Feel the space on the whole right side of the body. Enjoy being in this twist. If you need to place a prop under the right knee for support, please do so. Enjoy the stillness that is available to you in the present moment. Try to recognize the thoughts in your mind. Try to recognize the sensations in your body. Try to be aware, be conscious. Being driven is not all about motivation. It helps to encourage ourselves. It helps to be positive, to have this cheerful disposition as we go through our life journey. But one of the most important things to stay driven is to really connect within ourselves on our why, on our purpose for doing things. And when we connect with that purpose, we will discover strong energies within, strong energies from passion that will make us resilient, that will make us determined, that will make us be consistent to show up, that will never get swayed despite difficulties, despite challenges. The key is really awareness within. Awareness of what is true to us. Not what others want for us, but really what is true to ourselves. Slowly bring the right arm up and try to swing that right arm again over to the right side. And then we'll slowly try to place the left arm up. And then we'll again rest on our belly. Straighten the right leg. Can you slowly try to draw the left knee up to the left side this time? Can you gaze towards the left shoulder? Can you try to walk the right hand and place the right hand on top of the left knee? As you swing the left arm up and try to bring it over to the other side so that you can come into a twist. If you need support for the left knee, you can place a prop and try to enjoy this twist. Gazing towards the left shoulder or towards the ceiling. Notice how you're able to soften, how you're able to relax in this yin journey. In life, even as we are ambitious and driven, we don't have to always have that high intensity. We can also always try to remind ourselves to relax, to slow down. After all, life is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And we need to manage our energies. We need to continue not just to strengthen all the externalities, the muscles, all of the things that we will show up with. But we also have to manage our energies within our foundation, our core. Energy is not just assertive, aggressive energy. There's also that calming energy, that good energy. The things that we do shouldn't always just deplete us. We should find these activities that will also energize us. When we are energized with what we do, we are happy. We are excited. We look forward to do it. That's why even with health goals, with health outcomes, the process is secondary. What's important is that you find a process that you enjoy so that you can sustain it. Of course, it's not all about happiness. It's not all about comfort. There's also sacrifice. Feel your body. Feel your breath. Feel the energy flowing as we have moved your spine in many directions. How is it in your heart, in your body, in your mind right now, in the present moment? Try to embrace the present moment. Try to embrace how you are. Try to embrace the uniqueness, the preciousness. How different you are. Because that is what makes you unique and strong. Well, slowly and carefully, this time we're going to swing our left leg up and gently make our way to lie down on our back. Just rest here for a few moments. Rest in awareness. Can you slowly bend your knees and hug your knees to your chest? We're going to raise our legs, point our feet towards the ceiling. You can place a prop under the hips if you want for support, or you can just rest your hips on the mat. You can place your hands and arms beside you for additional support. We just come into a
inversion, our Viparita Karani. This is a restful inversion. We enjoy the benefits of an inversion, of blood flowing into the brain, of massaging our heart, of draining excess fluids from our feet. You can bend your knees, just relax here. You can even try to lean your feet on your headboard or wall when you do this at home on your bed. Notice the calming effects of this shape. Can you see if we can lift the legs up and overhead? We're going to empty our diaphragm, come into what we call a snail pose. You can place your hands behind the lower back. You can land the toes on the floor. You can rest the knees on your forehead. There's a very good forward fold, a very good way to improve the flexibility of the spine. So we've done a lot of back bends. Now we're doing this very intense rounding to balance all of those back bends. Now listen carefully. We're going to slowly lower our hips back on the mat. You can use your hands to support the hips. And then we'll slowly extend our legs. And when they're a foot away from the mat, we will engage our core, hinge forward. And then we're going to forward fold and place a block in between the knees or two, or maybe even try to create a bridge here with a bolster, and then just rest your forehead. Continue to do our back bends to counter, do our forward folds to counter all the back bends that we have done. Allow your spine to round. Feel the space in between each vertebrae of your spine. Just relax here, just rest in awareness. Try to bring the heels further away from you and the buttocks back. Feel that stretch at the back of your legs. Take an inhale. We'll slowly prop ourselves up. Can you place a prop behind you lengthwise? It can be one or two props. If it's a flat bolster, you can use two. If it's a thick bolster, you can just use one. And then we'll slowly, with the buttocks on the mat, slowly come down. Rest your head. Feel the support of the prop behind you. Bring the arms beside you, palms facing up. We will take this position for our Savasana. Let go. release, and take rest. Slowly bring awareness back to your body. Can you gently introduce movements to your fingers and toes? Rotate your ankles and wrists. Can you energize the left arm? Place the left arm beside you and we'll gently come down. Bend the knees, step the feet on the mat. We'll come onto our fetal position on the left side. And use your right hand, slowly push your body to come up. We will face front to try to close our practice. How do you feel? How is that for you? Thank you for your time. Thank you for your trust. I appreciate you. And I wish you an abundance of wealth, health, happiness, peace, love, joy, positivity, good fortune to come into your homes, all the good things to come into your hearts, into your lives. Please stay safe, Please stay strong. Namaste.